2 microphones,
2 Amandas,
and some seriously entertaining tales. I'm Amanda Wedekamp.
and I'm Amanda Stanzione.
We know stories connect us all.
And we realized we have a mountain of stories to share. So buckle up,
And brace yourself for a wild ride.
because we've got a lot to say and probably too much to share. All right, Amanda, because we have gotten so many questions, I want to cover a few more.
Okay, I can't wait.
So, did you know any of the other volunteers before you came, or did you make new friends there?
Yes, great question. So I didn't know any of the other volunteers that were coming. The only person that we knew in Milan was a former coworker of Jim's.
Oh, okay.
And he was like an emergency contact if anything happened.
Okay. So you weren't hanging out. It's not like you had friends over there.
No, not at all. And because I was in the events communication center and there were only about 25 of us, I definitely got to make friends.
Oh, I love it.
The thing that's interesting is I'm definitely a people person, right?
No.
So originally I thought, well, I probably want to be like with the spectators, and greeting and meeting. But turns out, good Lord had a plan already for me, and he knew that
where you needed to be.
Yes, he knew that I am a very social person.
Yes,
and I want to have conversations.
Yes.
I don't just want to be like, "Hi, how are you? Here's your seat."
Yes, you know
what
great
I mean?
point. Yes.
So within the events communication, yes, we were communicating and talking about things that could be a potential emergency or things that just needed to be handled, within the venue. But then there was downtime where we're just chatting. And so I'm asking lots of questions.
Oh, I'm sure.
To my Italian friends. Not all of them spoke English.
That's what I was going to ask. What was the English situation?
Yes, so
okay.
Many of them spoke English super efficiently.
Okay.
Some of them were newer English learners.
Okay.
And one of them said that I had a thick American accent. And I said, well, it's not actually an accent. This is just how we speak.
Right. I love it. You have a thick American accent.
And I'm like, I don't know what that means.
I don't know what that means either.
No, I'm just American.
I guess maybe you're speaking English just like the Brits speak English.
Yes.
But yet you have the, quote, American accent.
Not the British accent.
I don't know. I guess that's pretty funny.
I know.
Though.
I thought it was real funny.
That's funny.
And, so yes, I made friends with my colleagues. One of my colleagues invited me to dinner with him and his wife at his house.
Did you go?
Yes.
Oh, that's wonderful.
I went. It was a homemade pasta situation.
Yummy. Was it
so good? His house is an apartment, but very large and super modern. Like, it was really cool.
That is
It
cool.
was very
like
cool.
just a totally different vibe.
Totally different vibe. And I even asked him, I said, can I take pictures and share on social? He's like, absolutely.
Oh, that's cool.
I ask everyone just because I want to be conscious of that.
Yeah, you are.
And then within the communication center, I mean, we all got to know each other so well.
Yeah.
We went out to dinner, I think 3 or 4 times.
Oh, that's
as a
cool.
group.
Yeah.
And that was just so fun and amazing.
I'm glad. So then what was the worst thing about volunteering?
Yes. So this is actually super easy. The worst thing about volunteering was the food the volunteers got.
Oh, how bad was it?
It was terrible.
Like what? What did they give you?
So our venue, because we didn't have a central kitchen, they only gave us meals in a plastic container that were cold. And we had to microwave them.
There's a microwave for the volunteers?
Like 12 microwaves.
So everybody gets this like container of food that's not warm.
Yeah.
But let me ask you this. So if I think about lunches that we get, like corporate lunches or people bring it in, if it's not warm, it's because it's sandwiches or it's cold food. This is warm food. Like, fish.
We're microwaving fish.
So it's food that should be warm that isn't warm that you're now responsible for warming up.
Yeah.
Fish? Give me something else.
We had pasta with potato. No, that's not true. Sorry. Pasta with pumpkin.
Pumpkin? On pasta?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And speck, which is a pork, like almost like a bacon.
Okay.
Frittata was my favorite.
Okay.
That was eggs and potato.
Yeah. No, I like a good frittata.
They had the one gal. They did have some vegan meals. Vegetarian.
Yeah.
And the one gal was like, "Yeah, it's a veggie burger." I'm like, "It's not a burger.
No, it's not
patty.
a burger. Yeah,
let's call it a patty.
It is a patty.
It's not a burger." a lot of just the same over and over. We only got one meal on shift. So we have 8-hour shifts and you only get one meal.
So you eat before you go and then you're
Yes.
starving when you leave.
Yes. And my group was really good because we brought snacks.
Oh, good. Very
So
smart.
we were all
Very
bringing in, towards the end, I mean, we're bringing in trays of like pastries
Oh, I
because
love
we
it.
just didn't even
And that's
care.
another reason why you don't need to be a greeter.
Yes.
You need to be hanging out with your people, eating, snacking.
Yes. And then another thing that was sort of not a bummer, but was hard for me was not communicating with my family as much.
Oh, that's true.
You know,
that's true.
so my
Were you
mom-
on different apps or?
Yeah, so we use WhatsApp.
Okay.
And, you know, but even my mom, I usually talk to her almost every day on the phone.
Yeah.
And this was not a situation with the time change and my shifts
Yes.
that I could do that.
True.
And the funniest thing is, I mean, I am so close with my mom, okay? My mom is on social media.
Okay.
She follows me on social media,
Yeah.
right?
So she should know exactly what's
happening. Right.
Right.
So I call her one day and she's asking me questions that I've shared on content. And I'm like, okay, Mom, what's going on? And I'm like, are you watching me? And she's like, well, first let me ask you, like, where exactly are you? I'm like, what do you mean?
Right.
And she's
What
like,
do you mean,
well,
Mom?
you're in Cortina, right? And I was like,
No.
no, Mom,
No.
I have a hashtag, Amanda in Milan 2026.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Like I have said in every video, I'm in Milan, or it's raining in
Milan.
Milan, or
Yeah.
it's sunny in Milan.
Yes.
Every video,
Yes.
Mom. And she's like, well, I guess I just thought you were in Cortina. And I'm like, oh my gosh, Mom, no, I'm in Milan. And she goes, well, I started watching Benson Boone videos and I got really sucked into his content. I'm just like,
and you're
what is happening?
Okay, well, Mom's not watching me volunteer for the Olympics because she got sucked into Benson Boone content. I mean, I love him too.
I know.
But hilarious that your own mother.
Yes.
Okay, all right.
So then I come home. There's an even funnier story.
Okay.
So my sister, while I was gone, she actually went to visit my mom.
Okay.
So I love that, right?
Yeah.
So they're spending time together. And one of my mom's friends stopped by and said, hey, did Mandy make it to Cortina? Now, keep in mind, they call me Mandy. So
Right, sure.
if you're confused at home. And my mom's like, yeah, she made it and it's all going great. And my sister goes, I think she's in Milan, Mom. Now, Julie's not on social media at all.
Okay, Julie is just remembering that you told her.
Yes. And my mom's like, no, she's in Cortina. And Julie's like, oh, okay.
Okay.
So
meanwhile, Mom, you do follow her.
exactly.
Okay.
And Mom's so wrong. So Julie gets home. Now she's telling people, I'm in Cortana.
Oh, okay.
Okay? Cortana is a Microsoft product that doesn't exist anymore.
Wow.
Not even a real place.
Right. Not even a thing.
No. So she's
Wow.
telling people left, right, and center that I'm in Cortana,
You're in
volunteering
Cortana.
for the Olympics. And
Which doesn't exist.
her husband goes, your sister's in Milan.
Oh, good. At least there was someone with a voice of reason.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. That's wild.
It's just
That's
like, what is happening?
What is happening? Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, a question that we have gotten that I want you to answer is why are you not volunteering for the Paralympics?
That's such a great question. And that is an opportunity
Sure.
that you can take. So for me, I had to offer the availability, the days that I could do. And for me, I really could only do the month of February, which is when the Olympics were happening.
Okay.
Now, some people, if you are interested in this opportunity, you can offer 60, 90 days because there are
you
things
can-
that are happening before the Olympics start. There's probably some wrap up that needs to happen. You know, if you live in that town, that's probably a very convenient, great
Yes.
way and great thing for you to do.
Yes, that
but
makes
for
sense.
me, I just didn't have the availability and I couldn't spend 2 full months in
Yeah,
Italy.
of course. No, that makes sense. Okay, thank you. All right, then moving on to a fun one. Did you meet Snoop or did you interact with the celebrities and athletes you saw during your shifts?
Yes, so this is a question you get a lot. And I think people, because they're so excited, right, and what they're seeing on TV, is what they think is, being...
Me included.
Yes,
happening.
happening.
I'm sending you WhatsApp like, hey, what's going on? Did you see Snoop?
Are you hanging out with Snoop?
I mean, can you go get on the Today Show? Because I see that they're I'm also doing that.
Right. And that is the great part of this, because it is so advertised and it is, so exciting, and the media really gets involved. But I never even saw Snoop.
Oh, shucks.
I'm not even sure if he made it to our venue, honestly. We got some rumors on different nights that he was coming, but he never came. So he might have done that,
With you on comms, you would have known.
I would have definitely been on it.
Right.
Yes.
You would have known.
And my Italian colleagues were like, if Snoop's coming, we're definitely going to meet him. And I'm like, good luck. In my head,
exactly.
I'm like, that's not happening.
That's definitely not happening.
And in terms of interacting with the athletes, my job didn't really require me to interact with the athletes, but there are some roles that do. So I met two volunteers who, in the hockey arena, they drive the golf cart with the goalies on them.
Oh,
I don't know if you saw that.
No.
Yes. So one of my friends,
cool.
I said, are you the one driving? She goes, they asked me, but I was nervous to drive.
I know. I think I'd be nervous
She's
too.
like, I'm too nervous. And I said, oh, but that's one of the jobs. So,
wow.
I mean, I thought that was really cool.
That is cool. What did you get signed up for? Oh, I'm going to be driving the golf cart for the athletes.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. I think I'd be super nervous.
And then another person was an athlete timer. So he was timing how long they were on the ice and off the ice, because maybe there's rules around that. I'm not really sure. But he is like obsessed with hockey, and he's very familiar with it. And so he got he had some experience.
Yes. Yeah.
So I think that matters as well. But for the most part, like, you're not interacting with the athletes. Now, I saw some athletes at different times, right? Like, I have a picture of some coaches from Japan.
Oh, cool.
I asked to take their picture. I saw one athlete in the Duomo area filming content, but like, I didn't feel comfortable interrupting her.
You could have just jumped in and filmed your own filming content with this athlete in the background filming
I don't
content.
even know,
Right. Oh my gosh.
So, I mean, I think it's like great idea that you're going to hang out with the athletes, but in reality, it's not really what's happening.
Right.
You're there to support them in their sport. But I did see Peter Alexander from the NBC Today Show.
I love Peter.
Yes. And he was in the hockey venue. And of course, by the time I realized who it was, he's passed me.
Oh,
so I'm like, shoot.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And you saw Stanley Tucci.
I did see Stanley Tucci, and cool. I got him on video.
He's cool.
But that was really all my celebrity experience.
Okay. Well, then speaking of hockey, were you there when the dude got his teeth hit out for the winning the gold medal?
I was not at the arena.
Oh, okay.
During that. I did not have a shift during then. And that is another good point. We weren't allowed to just hop in and out anytime at the arena, because you have accreditations that they have to scan. They say, yes, you can come in.
Like credentials?
Yeah, credentials.
Okay.
They call it accreditation there.
Oh, they do?
Yeah.
Interesting, because when you just said that, I'm thinking schools. Are they accredited?
Oh, yeah, smart. Okay. No, they call it the accreditation
center. See, I think that's another thing of just being in a different country, like different things.
Yes.
Okay.
I love that. And those are like the different nuances.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, during one of the shifts, again, you're learning English through another country, the way they're speaking to it. So I'm on the radio, and the person is telling me, okay, I will inform myself and get back to you.
Oh.
Which means I'll find out and get back to you.
No way. I will inform myself.
And I was like, I love the nuance of this.
I love it. I feel like I'm going to say that to you in the future.
I will inform myself.
I will inform myself.
And let you know.
That is funny. I love that.
I know.
That's great.
I'm going to go find out.
Yeah.
And then I'll let you know. Yeah.
Okay, so the gold winning, you were not there for that.
I was not there.
Okay.
I was able to go down to the subway area where all the fans were cheering, and that's where I got the picture with the Canadian guys.
Yes.
They're fabulously dressed.
It's so wild. But people were so jazzed. I mean, what it was like Miracle on Ice in 1980, like something insane.
Yes, it had been so long since the U.S. had gotten a gold medal.
Oh, it's so cool.
So, I mean, it was super exciting.
Right.
And honestly,
then the women also won gold, which is crazy that they both won gold. They
both won.
That's so wild.
And the thing that I think is really cool is when you're in the venue, you actually don't get to see you're working. So,
Right.
I mean, you're seeing some of it, but
Right.
I was able to watch from home and watch, or my apartment,
Right.
and watch and cheer for them and be so excited. So,
Yeah.
I think there's trade-offs because
Sure.
then that was the men's was the very last match, and a bunch of my colleagues who were working, they got to go down on the ice after it was all cleared off.
They
and
must
take
have
pictures.
just been so happy.
I mean, it was super cool. I
That
was like,
is
I'm
very-
so happy for you guys.
I was going to say, I'd be so happy for them.
Yes,
I
it
mean, and
was
what a
awesome.
payoff, too, after working,
So
volunteering for
many
the Olympics.
days. Yes. Yeah,
that's
that was
great.
another thing people asked is how many shifts. I had 10 shifts.
Okay.
And each one was around 8 hours.
Okay.
So,
All right. So, how much did this adventure cost?
yes. So that's
People
such a
are
good
so
question.
curious
Yes,
about this.
People want to know. And here's where I think we have 3 potential real questions. Okay.
Okay.
The first one is they're just nosy and they want to know like how much I spent.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
I'm part. Okay, I got
Yep,
part. Yep.
yep.
I kind of fall into that category.
Yep. The second one is, okay, I think I might be able to do this, but it's probably going to be too much, so I'm not going to put myself out there. And
Okay.
I'm just going to say, like, it's too expensive.
It's too expensive.
No.
Yeah. Okay.
And the third one is really the one I will speak to, which is you can do this on any kind of budget. You just have to plan for it.
Okay.
So
All
if
right.
you really want to do this, you can go all out. You can do what I did, which was rent my own place, right?
Yeah.
Now we used miles to
Yeah.
fly over there. They do provide transportation once you get your accreditation.
Oh, okay.
The subway and the train to Verona for the day, that was all covered.
Oh, that's cool.
So that's
okay.
really
okay.
cool.
That's great.
Right?
Yeah.
The whole time, even if it's not a day that you have a shift.
Oh, then it's still covered.
Yes.
All right, that's cool.
So that was
Yeah.
very cool. You get the meal. I really think the Italy meal was like unique because I heard other countries, volunteers saying they volunteered at other Olympics and the meals were better.
Okay, so
I'm
maybe
like,
it might have just been an
I think
Italian.
it was in my location with no kitchen.
Yes, makes great sense.
So,
but then you got clothes for free.
yes, we got our whole uniform.
Yeah, which is very cool.
It is very
Great
cool.
quality.
And, you can check, there's Facebook groups that are for volunteers.
Okay.
So I saw a lot of people asking for roommates. Do you want to share a place? Do you want to rent out just a room versus a whole place to yourself?
Yes. Okay.
So
you can kind of do
Yes.
it any way you want.
You can do it all ways.
Yeah.
You just have to plan, is
Yeah.
what I would say.
Yeah.
And if you really want to do that, you're going to make it happen. So I don't talk specific numbers because what I can do and what you can do could be totally different.
That's true. That's
And
true.
the way that I did it might not be the way that you do it.
Yeah, because when you say how much did it cost, they want a number and then they decide if they can do it or not. But that's not the case.
Yes.
Because you rented your own place.
Right.
You could rent a room. You could,
Yes.
yeah, I get that. I see how that would be.
Yeah. And maybe you're not going to go for 30 days. Maybe you would just volunteer for 2 weeks and
Right.
you're going to get in and get out.
Right,
There's
right, true.
lots of opportunities
yeah.
and lots of different nuances. Plus, like where I stayed in Milan was probably a different price than Cortina.
Yes,
Some
true.
of the other locations.
That's true.
So
Yeah.
my, answer to people is you can do this if you budget for it and you really want to do it.
Right. Yeah. It's got to be something you really want to
Yes.
do. So did you have fun? Like in the end, like, are you
Yes.
like, I had fun?
I really had a great time.
Okay.
Like the memories that I made with my Italian friends, that's probably the best part for me.
Yeah.
And just so many funny things that come out of it. Like my apartment had 5 different keys.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I saw that.
Yeah, so there are 5 different keys, which means 5 different locks to get
amazing.
into my apartment.
And none of it's key card, though. These
No,
are all
none of it.
hardcore keys.
Yeah. Real keys.
And none of us even carry that many keys in the U.S.
No,
anymore. Like
no.
nothing, you don't even have that many keys.
And the other thing you don't think about is public transportation is amazing, and I absolutely love it, but it adds a good hour to anything you want to do.
Because you got to get there
You got
and wait on it.
Yeah, I mean, regardless of where you live, you probably don't live at the train station.
Yep,
Or
yep.
the subway station. So it was a half-mile walk to the subway.
Okay.
Okay? Then you're in the subway, going to whichever location you need to go, and now you're up out of the subway, but now you still have to walk to the where you're going.
Right.
Then you do your thing, and then you reverse that.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that wore on me after a while. At
And
first, I was like, this is amazing.
Yeah. And Uber's not a thing.
No.
Okay.
So that was super interesting too. There is Uber, but it is 4 times as much.
Oh, really?
As a cab.
Interesting.
Yeah, so one of the weekends that I had free, I flew to France to see our friends. And I knew that I needed transportation to the Linate airport, which is different than Malpensa. Okay, so Malpensa is like the main Milan airport. Linate is a little bit of a smaller airport that does more European trips.
Oh, okay. All right.
Within countries, So I am trying to figure out, can I take the 2 buses and the tram to get to the airport? I can.
Okay.
But I wake up that morning, it's pouring down rain. I mean, pouring down rain.
No.
And I'm like, okay, this is the last thing I want to do is be waiting out in the rain.
And you have to drag,
on a bus, dragging my suitcase.
Yeah.
And then getting on another bus.
And you were gone for a whole month. Like, you had to pack. So it's not like you had one little backpack carry-on. I mean, this was a real living situation. I mean, you lived there.
Yes. So I am trying to figure out, how am I going to get to Linate? So I pull up the Uber app because Jim that's where he flew through. So he was like, yeah, they have it. You can do it. So I look, and it's like $95 to go
like
to
US dollars?
No, euros. So
I don't know.
Over $100
for, okay.
So that's to go to Linate airport.
Even worse.
Then I'm trying to figure out, well, can I call a taxi? Like, how does that work? So there's an app called App Taxi.
Okay.
Which I think is hilarious.
Well,
App Taxi.
It's pretty direct.
I pull that up. It's $26.
Oh, as opposed to your 95 euros.
Yes. 26 euros.
Yeah, okay.
So I ended up, but you have to schedule at least 2 hours in advance. So luckily I was up early enough to be able to schedule this flight or this taxi. So you're just like, I'm still super wet and soaking wet, but I'm in this taxi and that's great.
Right,
I'm glad that all worked out. But Uber's not really a thing. There are those scooters everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
Which I think are interesting, the Lime scooters or whatever. But
I will tell you,
they're
they're
not called
so
Lime.
fun, though. And I mean, I haven't done that in Italy, but the Beltline in Atlanta, I mean, those scooters are awesome. Dangerous, but fun.
I'm sure, yes.
Dangerous. Nobody's got helmets on.
Have you used them?
Oh,
like recently?
Yes. Well, about 2 years ago.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and then we used them in Denver, too. Colorado has, in Denver specifically, they have them everywhere.
And I don't know how they work. You just use your card?
It's an app.
Oh, you have an app.
Yeah,
okay.
you have an app, and it turns it on, and you zip around. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's wild. Anyway, this is
no, that's good.
Yeah.
I always wondered how they worked. There is like Uber Eats, but they call it Deliveroo.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's kind of fun.
But I didn't use that because I didn't really know how. And then, of course, the food situation is super unique because, in my opinion, in the U.S., we can get food anytime, anywhere.
Right, at any time, yeah.
I can go to any restaurant and order food.
Yeah.
I mean, there are some maybe that are dinner only here, but they open at 5.
Right, yes.
Okay.
Even early, I mean, you could go
Sometimes
4. Right.
Okay.
You could even get dinner at 4 if you needed to.
Exactly. And we're talking like everything from, 5-star restaurants here to fast food.
Yeah.
All the time.
All the time.
Okay. In Italy, really, the restaurants are open from 12 to 3.
For lunch, right?
For lunch.
Okay.
Yep. And then 7:30 on.
Okay. So like the whole between 3 and 7 or 7:30.
I don't know what we're doing.
We're siestaing.
We're having a snack.
Yeah, we're having
I'm
a
not
snack.
sure.
Getting prepared.
Yeah.
Because they're just, because I guess no one in Italy is eating dinner before 7 or 7:30.
They're not.
I will say, okay, because I'm married to an Italian and I have spent time with the Italian family, the dinners are very long. You hang out for a very long time. There's lots of courses, and you don't eat until later.
Yeah.
Even, and the sad part is, now that we don't have kids in the house and it's just Chris and I, we eat late. And I need to stop doing that. I need to back it up. But last night, I didn't eat until 8:15.
Oh.
I know. It's awful.
That's
it's
so
awful.
hard.
Well, and I didn't sleep well. And in my head, I'm thinking, well, no
you ate
kidding,
late.
Amanda, you ate late. So I need to, if I could even get down to 6:30, I would be like, oh my gosh, that would be early for us. And I can do it.
Yes.
Okay.
I
anyway.
mean, I have some friends because I shared that I had this situation at this restaurant where I walk in at 6 and I'm like, I would like to eat. And they're like, you can get it to go. And I was like, oh, okay, I'll take a pizza to go.
Yeah.
And then they are having their own family meal.
Oh, so
at this
they're
restaurant.
inside the restaurant having a family meal.
And I'm sitting there waiting for my pizza,
Oh my
mortified.
gosh.
Mortified. I'm so embarrassed.
Because they probably don't really do that.
Right. I don't
Okay.
think they do. And I shared that on social media, and I got a bunch of kind comments of like, no, they were happy to. We love to cater to tourists.
They're flexible.
And they are flexible.
I love that. Flexible
And I
people.
went back to that restaurant 2 more times.
Oh, I love that.
And I did a reel on both of them. And the second time, the man brought me a phone to show me that he had seen the reel.
No way.
Yes, and
no
when
way.
I greeted him, he kissed me on both cheeks.
Oh my gosh!
Because he was like so honored that I had come back and talked about his great restaurant.
Do you know what? That is really great marketing for them. It wasn't until literally just this second that it dawned on me that he was probably grateful that you did post that. Because you were also very kind, and I know you were mortified.
I was mortified.
And I think for him to see how genuinely mortified you were, it's super, not some entitled American who wants your pizza at 6 o'clock. You were very like,
I was like, oh, I'm so embarrassed.
But that's so cool. You went back.
Yes.
And, yeah, great.
Yes. So that was so sweet that they were so kind about that. So that was a thing. And then, breakfast and coffee is a whole thing.
Okay.
So that was super interesting. I was asking my one friend, like, what do you guys have for breakfast?
Yeah.
And she's like, a shot of espresso. I mean, it's literally a shot.
That's it. That sounds like more of
versus
necessity super like enjoying.
Yeah. There's no sipping. It's just a shot. And then a lot of times they'll have a sweet pastry. So I'm like, oh, you have dessert.
Yeah.
I love this.
Right. I love dessert for breakfast.
And I said, do you not have eggs and bacon? She's like, that's a continental breakfast. I'm like, we don't have that. And I'm like, okay, in the U.S., a continental breakfast is like pastries.
Right. Exactly. It's like when you stay at a Holiday Inn or something, and they're like, continental breakfast in the morning.
Which is like cereal, breads, pastries,
got a bagel,
donuts.
All those things.
So that was funny.
I love, though, the look that she gave you, like, that's not a thing.
Yeah, no, we're not doing eggs for breakfast.
And I also think about with coffee, for me, it's more of this, like, warmth, the habit of having the coffee. So one little shot of espresso wouldn't do it for me. That's not my coffee jam.
I agree.
Yeah.
And they have espresso bars where you have a whole nuance of how you're supposed to walk in and greet the person.
No.
And then you ask for an espresso, and then it's like €1. It's super cheap. Food is
really?
so cheap there.
Oh, that's
Shocking.
important to mention.
Yes.
I don't think I would have not guessed that.
Yes, food was so reasonably priced. Like so another thing is pizza.
Yes.
Right? Pizza is super popular in Italy.
I love pizza.
Pizza in Italy is all for individual. So they're giving everyone probably an 18-inch, 20-inch pizza just for you.
No way.
Yes. And you're kind of expected to eat it all.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
And the first time I went with Jim to Italy, I said, okay, so we're going to split. And he's like, I'm getting my own pizza. And I was like,
gosh.
I didn't know that was a thing here.
Right.
They also don't cut it into triangles.
Oh, what do they do?
It's not cut at all. They give you fork and knife. And you cut it yourself.
Wow. So is it round or is it square?
It's round.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay.
It's very thin, and because it's such high quality, it just doesn't have the preservatives, so I don't feel like you get full like you would from like a Pizza Hut.
Right.
Right?
Right.
Like
and
I could eat the whole pizza.
Yeah.
I mean,
okay, that does make sense.
You definitely can.
I love thin crust pizza too. I bet that's great.
And I mean, the pizzas are like €7 or €8.
That is insane to me.
It was insane.
Because here in the U.S., like, now there's all the specialty pizza places. I mean, and you can get some great pizza.
Yeah.
But the one pizza's $30.
Yes.
Like, it's not,
No, the food was so reasonably priced. And I went to what would be considered kind of an old-fashioned coffee shop with pastries.
Okay.
Okay, so like a super nice, fancy, like we're talking cloth tables. No, what do we call these?
Yeah, cloth tablecloths.
Yeah, cloth tablecloths. Fancy decor that's like pink and velvet and, very pretty. And there's a price for ordering coffee at the bar, which is cheaper. Okay. Or you can be seated and they will wait on you. So
more expensive.
Yeah, that costs more expensive. So I was seated and they waited on me. And I finally, towards the end of my trip, got my coffee order down, which was a cafe macchiato.
Okay.
Which is an espresso with a little bit of milk.
Yeah.
Okay, not very much. Yep. And I also ordered a beignet.
Yes.
Which was so good. Now theirs kind of remind me of an eclair because it had like chocolate on the top.
Oh, okay.
And cream in the middle, but they call it beignet.
Okay.
And they bring that, and I mean, so good. I had that, and it was €5 for for all of that.
Wow. See, that's crazy. I
Because
mean,
I'm
in the
like,
U.S.
you can't get out of Starbucks with a drink and a pastry
Are you
for,
kidding?
I think, under $15.
Right. It's not,
like 15.
It is not cheap.
Yeah.
It is not cheap. Wow. So that's an interesting take on things, though, because you think about Italy and the expensive and it's fabulous, but to know that the food really is not expensive.
The food was not expensive.
That
Now,
is cool.
I'm sure there are tourist
right.
locations
True.
because I definitely got a 17 € Coke.
That's true.
That
yes.
was a
that was
nightmare.
wild.
Not
that
a nightmare,
was wild.
but it was wild.
Wild.
But that was in a tourist location. So, my tip would be if you are going to go to Italy just for a vacation, really try to find some locals to ask questions of like, where do you eat? What's your favorite pizza?
Right.
That was something I did to all my friends. I'm like, what kind of pizza do you all eat?
Right.
And they all said margarita, which is the plain.
Yeah. Oh, no. I love margarita pizza. It's got the basil.
Yes.
And I love
And I asked
margarita
them,
pizza.
why do you all like margarita? Because I feel like pepperoni's super popular here.
Yeah.
And the 20-year-old kid, 20 years old, he said, because it's the simplest pizza and you can tell whether or not they use quality ingredients.
Wow. And you're like, I'm
like,
sorry.
you're 20?
You're right. You're like, I'm sorry, you 50-year-old man inside a 20-year-old boy.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
So that
is. It's a simple
fascinating.
pizza and
Yeah.
you'll know. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Here is the last question.
Okay, perfect.
All right. Will you volunteer again? And do you think volunteering at these games helped improve your chances for future Olympic Games?
I think that's a very valid question. So the next Olympics are in Los Angeles, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
That's the summer of 28. And I am not planning to apply for that one.
Yeah. I mean, we live in the States.
Yes. For
Yeah.
me, like I said, I'm here to learn about the culture.
Right.
I live in the U.S. I know what that's
Yeah.
like. But it's a great opportunity if anybody wants to try.
Yeah,
and
sure.
they're nervous about going to another country.
That's
like,
a
I do
great
get that.
point. Yeah,
I do
no,
get
that's a
that,
great point. Great point.
So then after that is 2030. Those are in France. I'm definitely interested in applying.
Okay. So all right, 2026, 2030, Winter Olympics, France.
Yes.
All right.
I'm very interested. I will say, though, a lot can happen in 4 years of my life.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
I know. Wow.
But I'm definitely keeping it on the table.
Okay. Leaving it on the table.
Yes.
I like that. Then we'll have Amanda in France,
Yeah, that's
2030. I mean, we'll have a whole new hashtag
That's
for
right.
that.
And I don't know if being a volunteer does help you. I mean, I would like to think it does, but also they might say, well, you've already had this opportunity. We want to give it to someone else.
That's true.
So you
they can
never
either say
know.
like, hey, you have experience, we want you, or
Right.
you already did it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, that's a
So
gamble. Yeah.
We'll have to see.
Yeah.
Yeah, time will tell.